it's important that people with these disabilities do speak out. So I will get to that at a later time when Donna's left. All right, guys?
Yeah. I will only stay up for a couple of minutes.
You've got as much time as you want, love. Anything you know what I mean? As much time you want in the box, you've got it.
Okay, hon. I only wanted to be honest with you all because I don't see myself all as a good person. I only see that I have had to make the effort to be honest with who I am and how I am.
Yeah, Donna. People in life make mistakes. What makes the person is how they deal with the mistakes they've made. You know what I mean? And that's where people need to realise, like even today, like the situation that's happened today, right?
Yes.
If you would have come live and said what you had to say and whatnot, that's up to them, certain people, if they choose to believe it or choose to accept it. That's, I mean, everyone in life makes mistakes. Never ever condone certain mistakes and what's gone on. Me, I won't condone what's happened today, right? So it's up to people if they choose to forgive. But it's how other people deal with that situation which determines their character. And unfortunately, all I've seen over the course of previous weeks and stuff, people's true characters have come out, and life's a learning curve. Thank you, Josie, for that.
Yeah, I can't excuse any of his behavior at all because, I know, I just can't. I had to kind of try to see things from how he is, but of course you honestly can't excuse that kind of behavior. No. Just no. Everyone in here is freaking wow.
We try. Like I said, I'm trying to build a community now where, you know what I mean, it isn't based on people trying to be gifting to try and get support and stuff like I want genuine people where, and if they feel I'm in the wrong, they can say to me, Alex, you're in the wrong. They can message me or do it on public. You know what I mean? I don't say to these people, please call me out if you felt I've been in the wrong for anything, because I'd rather be told by people. Yeah, I'd rather be told by people when I'm in the wrong than people just constantly saying, Alex, you're right, you're perfect, Alex, because I don't trust people that people can't look at my own actions.
Yeah, if I ever hear anything from you at all, I will come up here and I'll be like, hey, Alex, we need to have freaking words.
Exactly, and that's how it should be on the app. And that's what I've tried to say today about all people need to do is take accountability for their actions instead of excuse after excuse after excuse and then people saying it's fine. And to be fair, it's not fine. Like, we know it's not fine. You've heard Devon. Devon's a person of colour. He's come in the box and said it's disgusting. So why are white people saying it's okay for him to be racist because at the end of the day, we're not the ones to be offended.
Exactly.
Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
Racer.
And thank you to everyone on here who has given me gifts, but I am going to be honest with you all. I am going to give them to others who need
Needs
it.
that.
But of course, yeah. But of course, thank you all. You are truly all freaking
There's a lot of
awesome
there's
and
a lot
yeah,
of good
very
people. There's a
kind.
lot of good people on this app. To be honest with you, there's a lot of good people. Unfortunately, though, it's
Yeah.
overshadowed by the negative people. You
Of
know what I
course,
mean?
I can be a complete a-hole, but of course, you won't ever hear me using any kind of racism at all, not ever, or any kind of ableist words at all, because of course I have disabilities, and I will also explain to you all,
Yeah.
kids are off
Limit. The drop limit check.
limits too. Please,
Yeah.
please.
It's getting to the stage now, right? It is really getting to the stage now where more people need to speak out, and a lot of people are not getting actually their voice across. You know what I mean? And it's good for like yourself to come up and speak. And you're clearly struggling at times, but you're pushing through. You're pushing through, and you know what? It's good to see. You know what I mean? I'm sick and tired of people coming up in the boxes, not my boxes. I'm on about all over the app and saying that, like white people, that it's okay to be racist. Well, we're not offended, so we can't be saying it's fine. Also, on the same breath as well, it's people that with disabilities, people with non-disabilities, or done on a day-to-day basis affected by people with disabilities, can comment saying it's okay. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it just, like, I just, I think we should have a special place for, these kind of people. But of course, I ain't going to explain the kind of place that it is, because,
Yeah, I understand.
that's not a good thing. Not at all.
But you know what? Like a lot of respect. Like you said, you're not perfect and stuff. You've made mistakes, and like at the end of the day, like I said, your whole character is determined on how you respond to the mistakes you make, not on the mistake itself, unfortunately. And that's why I said there's been situations on this app, including myself, where things shouldn't have happened, or I put myself in positions where I shouldn't have put myself, and I felt that the response is where you judge a person.
You were very naughty. Very naughty, Alex.
I'm sick of people using his mental health as an excuse, to be honest.
Yeah, I see that.
Where's his worries about everyone's mental health that he's attacking daily?
And that's what I've said. Like, and that's where I've struggled with the people that are standing by it, and that considering on a day-to-day basis is there mocking people's looks, their weight, and calling them out for burn, calling fit for burn, and all this stuff. When at the end of the day, like, why is it only his mental health that's like, you know what I mean, exists?
I know it's ridiculous. I know people come on the app when they're struggling, because when back in the day when I was sectioned and stuff, and I shared my journey on here, I'm not being funny, like, people will come at you, and people will use TikTok as a form of distraction when they're struggling. But where's like when he's attacking people and doing lives, like he done one on me, someone's commented Loz is a scammer. He went on and basically said like loads of lies that wasn't true when I had done something for someone else. And then I get hate for it because he's a much larger creator than me. And then that affects my mental health, for example. So everyone he's doing that to daily, where's the thought for their mental health?
Yeah,
They're not
and
big
that's what I
creators.
mean. You know what it is, and I'll be totally honest with you. The bigger the creator, the easier it is to. And I'm going to be totally honest with you, because there was once upon a time that I wouldn't class myself as a creator, that I was like a golden boy, made mistakes, and like, you know, I wish if I could turn back time, I really wish I could. But you know what it is. At one time, everyone was coming to me. Oh, Alex is lovely. And you need anyone else, go and speak to Alex. Alex was this year, and at that time, and that like people, it's hard to explain. You get some sort of fucking. I got lost in TikTok. Oh, do you know? I'm not gonna fucking paper over the cracks. I got lost into TikTok. I got too involved with it, and it wasn't really me as a person. I made some mistakes, and you know what? I look back now, I'm thinking, what a fucking idiot you was, Alex. Like, really, you was an absolute fucking idiot. And you know what? It's made me the person I am now on TikTok, and I'm happy now.
Do you know what? I've made mistakes and own them. Come and own it. There's no but. If you use but, then you're not owning your mistakes. Do you know what I mean? So, and that's what he's doing. He's come on this morning and said, but this, but that. No, that's an excuse. If you're going to own it and walk forward, move forward, accept what you've done wrong and accept what people are saying, and that's it. Take your own accountability. You can't use alcohol or mental health as an excuse. He chose to drink that drink and he said them words off his own tongue. So it's not an excuse.
Yeah, 100%. I totally 100% agree with.
I'm just ranting because I'm sick of people saying it's mental health. And as someone that has been recently attacked by him, then do you know what I mean? It's just not fair how people can stick up for him when he does it every day and attacks everyone else that he doesn't know if they've got mental health or not.
I'm going to be totally honest with you. I do truly believe there's been a conversation. I don't know. I'll wait for you both to get out of the box to have this rant with Lane a bit, but don't feel pressure to leave. You can stay in the box as long as you want. I'm just saying that something's happened.
Oh no, I'm going to jump anyway because I don't normally do all these lives. Like I just share my weight loss journey and things like that and work.
Pick yourself up and you know what? Why are you mentioning that as well? That's another thing that pisses me off as well. Is the fact is people go, oh, you know what? You went for the easy route. You went for surgery, and people don't realise it's not the easy route. There's a lot of mental that goes into when you're going through that sort of surgery and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like, you know what I mean? I had mine 2 years ago. I lost 15 stone, and it has completely changed my life. Before I had weight loss surgery, I was in and out of mental health hospitals, and TikTok has given me opportunities, and like with things with having plastics, and I get hate for it all the time. I actually paid for someone to have weight loss surgery because of TikTok. And that's what he was calling me out on, saying it's dangerous and this, that, and the other. Where I don't sit on live on TikTok for gifts. I don't do anything like that. I do work in medical tourism now because it's given me the opportunity, having the platform to do so. But I'm not being funny. It is mentally challenging. It is the best thing, but the hardest thing that I've ever done. But the thing is, one thing I will say is alcohol, once you've had weight loss surgery, I can sniff a drink and be pissed. And he would know that. So he can't use drink for an excuse because he should know his limit.
Yeah.
That is true, yeah.
All right. Thank you for letting me in.
Anytime.
Bye.
Thank you. You're right, Cam.
Good morning, people.
Good morning.
Right, I have a genuine question. And we all know Cameron enjoys a good debate and things like that. Okay? So I have a very, very genuine question. And I'm going to put this question out there. So we see a lot of things like we'll stick to topic and things, okay? So we'll use racism on a day-to-day basis through social media platforms and everything else. We'll see people of colour attacked verbally through social media platforms. We'll see people attacked verbally in the street for the colour of skin. So this is my question to everybody, okay? Why do we accept this N-word being used by multi-million-pound recording artists, okay, within the lyrics of their songs, but an average Joe Blogs person using it on social media, it's wrong. Where does the line lay? Okay, so what I'm trying to say is it can't be acceptable for a multi-million-pound recording artist to use this word, right? And we'll go out, we'll buy their albums, we'll download the tracks, we'll play them live through social media platforms, we'll sit and blast it out in the car. But when your average Joe Blogs on social media uses it, there's huge controversy.
There's a massive difference, though, Cam. Massive. Do you know where the massive difference is? 99% of the time, it's black people calling it black people, and it's up to them if they find it offensive or it shouldn't be used, and we can't comment, being Caucasian people. However,
but irrespective of that, you have people using this word. Okay, we'll go down the avenue of people, like white people, buying like these tracks and things like that. Okay, I've done it. I will hold my hands up. I do it. I listen to a huge variety of music through streaming like platforms and things like that.
Cam, the music people you're on about are of colour that use that.
Hey?
The people you're on about that use the word in songs are of colour.
Not all of them, though.
yeah,
But if they are, they
99%.
definitely have been made. They are mainstream because
The worst thing, the thing is, Cam, the thing is, what today you need to understand is that he's literally said, bun them, basically, bun the N-words.
But what I'm trying to say is this, and again, I do not condone racism in any way, shape, or form. And if people who know me know why I do not condone racism, because do you know what? We are all equal individuals on this earth, right? Nobody is better than anybody else. But what my point is, why are we supporting these recording artists, multi-million-pound recording artists, using this word, but we showing our hatred towards the word when your average Joe Blogs person on social media uses it? Why cannot this hatred for that word be spread right across the board, including to all these multi-million-pound recording artists?
Because he's a white man saying it, Cam. Cam is a white man saying it in a negative way.
And not just that as well, Cam, he doubled down and started mentioning fucking disabilities, everything, calling people
Again, I'm going to put a twist on this. What colour's Eminem's skin?
white.
There you go.
As you said,
uses the word.
there was a big argument as well about that, saying, has he actually ever said the N-word, Eminem?
Cam, so what are you saying? It's all right, you said it.
No, I'm not saying it's okay you said it. I'm saying this. Why are people like up in arms about people through social media platforms saying it, but they will go out and support a multi-million-pound recording artist saying the same word?
Yeah, look, let me just say, I think a person of colour should answer that, to be honest. I don't think none of us really have the right to say it. Yeah. I'm not offended by what's been said because I'm white, but I'm disgusted. I think it's disgusting.
Absolutely.
In 2024, I can get away with that.
I don't condone racism in any way, shape, or form. It's just a genuine question that I thought I would ask as to why it's acceptable for a
What's your answer to that question, Cam?
to say it.
Cam,
But
you know
not
me, I
the
like
average
you,
Joe
mate. I
Blogs.
think you're sound. But what's your answer to that question you've asked us?
What's my answer to that question? I think
Yeah.
it should be one of them words that can't be used in recording, like recorded tracks and things like that, irrespective of the colour of someone's skin.
And
I don't think it should be used.
I agree with you there, but at the end of the day, we still have to make someone accountable for him saying it, even if, you know what I mean, you're saying that, we have to keep the energy
Yeah, do
the
it that
same for
way.
everyone.
I think, Alex, can I just interject just quickly?
Yeah, sorry, Sarah, Karen, you're okay? Your voice sounds a bit croaky. You're okay?
I've got COVID again.
Oh, God's sake.
I think what Cam's saying is, if you put out a song with a particular that word in it, and you're saying only a particular ethnicity can sing along to that song and use that word, that's discrimination in itself.
Yeah.
Is it not? That's what I think. And with regards to the SP word, as you know, I'm classed as severely disabled. I didn't actually find it offensive, but it was used in a song by Lizzo, and she was dragged through the coals through it. And when she said spazzing out, and I'm pretty sure they had to change the wording on that song because she used it, and it is a derogatory slur. It was used back in the day for cerebral palsy, and it was used as it is for somebody disabled. It is a horrific word. I don't find it horrific because I've got quite a satire, comedic head on me. I don't take everything to offence, but I think the SP word shouldn't be lessened down just because it's not about a race. It's still an ableist comment.
Yeah.
And prime example, okay? A lot of people who know me know I am actually a gay man. And using the FAGG word, you know where I'm going with this?
Yes.
So is it okay for me to use that because I'm a gay man, but people who are not a gay man, they can't use it? It should be the same principle, and it should get the same energy right across the board, irrespective of your colour, your orientation, everything else. It can't be okay for one person to use it and another person not to use it. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I've always said that, Cam, if I'm honest with you. Like, I've always seen racism, and this is only for me as a white person answering this. I've always seen racism, homophobia, and transphobia, and all these, right? I've always seen it as, if you're using it, regardless of colour, or if you're a part of that sexuality or whatever, if you're using it in a negative way, if you're black and you're using it against black people, surely that'd be still classed as racism because you are literally speaking on it in a negative way, and that is a definition of racism.
Yeah, it's like me. Yeah, if someone calls me fat and we're just talking, that sound. Call me fat in a negative way, I'm going to knock your spark out. You know what I mean? It don't make sense, that.
I mean, it's wild. You know what it is, Cam? This whole app, right, over the course of, I don't know, the last few months, I think people have seen a massive different side to this app. And you know what? It's disgusting, you know.
This app has turned more toxic than Facebook was ever been. And like I said, I'm not coming on here because I condone racism. I absolutely despise it. And if the people who know me personally, they know why I despise it. Not only do I despise it because of that, I have morals, right? And I know exactly where my moral compass sits. But what my point is, why is it okay for one individual to use it? And again, I've used a multi-million-pound recording artist as an example, and everyone will go out, they'll buy their albums, they will download the tracks and everything else. But a week later, because Average Joe Blogs has used the same word that's in the lyrics of a song of the album that they've bought, and it said 7 or 8 times within one track, there's no controversy in regards to that. But Average Joe Blogs, the energy should be right across the board. You know?
Do you know where I think it's kind of strange as well, Cam, if I'm honest with you, right? I do agree. I do know what you're trying to say, but there'll be people saying you're trying to condone it. And I know you're not, right, Cam, because I know you. I know you're not trying to condone it. You're just trying to make other people see, you know what I mean, your side of how you kind of put it across.
Yeah.
But the thing for me, right, and this is what it is, not with regarding you, but with this whole app, over the course, right, mate, of the last few months, right, certain people have been made held accountable. But when it comes to people that are favorited and supported, they're like, oh no, but that person, what about this person and all this stuff? And unfortunately, with the music industry and that now, I'm going to say it, social media, like TikTok, they're more influential than these multi-million-pound record artists. You know why? Because without social media, they are nothing now. They are nothing. And I truly think that's why this P. Diddy situation is going on now. Because for all these years, for decades, the music industry was used for marketing for these big organisations and stuff now. But now all of a sudden, things like TikTok is the marketing masterpiece that it is. They're starting to throw all these musicians under the fucking bus now. And behind it all, there'll be a organisation, there'll be marketing regarding all this stuff, media and stuff. So when they're throwing out all these musicians under the fucking bus, at the end of the day, behind it all, there's going to be people that are like, oh shit, it was all a ploy all along for these big organisations. Nike CEO stepped down. 300 Entertainment CEO stepped down. All the CEOs and all the fucking staff at that fucking DNA company has stepped down. There's a massive thing that's going on behind the scenes. Seriously. And it's all down to all this stuff about music and all that stuff. And it's not even a change of topic. It's exactly really relevant to what we're talking about. Is you're talking about people, about why musicians are getting away with these why musicians get away and social media stars then, or social media influencers then, is because social media is the rock star of today. The rock stars are social media influencers, and that's wild.
I'm just going to say it how it is. The world that we live in today is absolutely fucked.
Oh, 100%. Like I said, now, I'm not being funny. When I was a child, Cam, here's a question. I think we're similar ages. You know what it is? When you was a child, right? When you was at school, what did you say? You know, they asked you today, oh, when you want to grow up, when you get older, when you grow up, what do you want to be? What did you say?
Do you know what? I'm 45. I can't remember that far back, and I ain't.
I think we always, if you're over the age of 30 or whatever, I think you understand that it was always, I want to be a footballer, I want to be a singer, I want to be in the army, I want to be a police officer. You know what I mean? Now it's, you speak to a child today, what do you want to be? I want to be a social media influencer. I want to be a gamer. I want to be something that's to do with technology, because we've gone with the times now, and social media are like the rock stars. You never hear a kid now saying they want to be a police officer. I want to be a footballer, or maybe a footballer, but anything else, you don't hear about it. I don't want to be a doctor. I want to be a doctor. No, it ain't. It's want to be a streamer. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be an Instagrammer. That's all you hear. It's because social media has took over. And unfortunately,
social media has implanted into like the younger generation of today that behave like a CUNT online, you get paid for it. Simple as that.
People don't realise how much these YouTubers are actually making.
Am I actually wrong? You behave like a CUNT online through social media platforms. Look at these people earning thousands of pounds a day for being a grade 1 CUNT.
We see it on the app on a day-to-day basis, let's be honest with you.
Exactly.
And I mean, like I said, I've got Donna in the box. So when, obviously...
That's why Alex has got a platform.
Yeah. Don't come for me. Follow Frankie, guys. Anyway, this is the problem, ain't it? Like, I've been made aware of what's just gone on Gracie's platform, and I've been sent a video. But at the time, Donna was talking and stuff, and I don't want to kind of deflect off, because she's obviously clearly got a stammer and a stutter. I didn't want her to put any stress on her. But what's just happened in Gracie's platform is absolutely fucking... And it's not on Gracie, sorry, because no, it's nothing to do with Gracie. But what EQ has just said, I know it's a bit fucking raw for you, Cam, because I know you like EQ. But what she's just said to Luke is fucking wild. And I think there's been a conversation where she's trying to deflect off what Zach's done here. So...
God.
What's been said, Alex?
He's basically told Luke to go and HANG himself in the stables.
Oh, for God's sake.
That's deep. That shouldn't be said. You know, I don't condone anybody being attacked through unalivement of themselves. I don't agree with anyone's mental health being attacked and everything else. You know, again, people who know me know where I stand with mental health. I would rather support somebody who I absolutely despise than hearing 3 days later that this individual lies themselves. Because at the end of the day, we can all have a moment of, what word am I looking for? A breakdown, should we say, a mental breakdown. We can all have them. We're all human individuals. Why do people have to use that moment against people for months and months on?
It's similar to it's similar to suicide baiting.
Yeah.
It's like trigger warning, Alex.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I should have said that. That's what I mean. Like I said, I've got the thing is like when there's certain things that have gone on today and like it seems to be that it's been all in up arms and people condoning it and stuff. For me, it's been shocking today to listen to, and
this app's only going to get worse. This app is only going to get worse. Mark my words on it. Over the next 7 to 14 days, this app is going to turn to shit. It is going to go ultimate carnage, this app. And I can see it now.
Well, it'll get to the stage where I'm not in here for financial benefit, mate, as you can probably tell. So for me, it's probably it'll get to the stage where I get off the fucking horse. You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest with you, like, because if that's the case, where I don't want to be involved in it all the time, mate. You know what I mean? I don't want to be involved on a platform where every day people are coming in my lives getting upset and stuff. It's not going to be nice to listen to, mate.
To be honest, I think what the app needs is for a complete turnaround for these big creators, even small creators, to sit there and think, do you know what? This app's turned to utter dog shite. So I tell you what, let's start like projecting positivity out there. Let's do positive lives. Let's do banter lives. Let's do this. Let's do the other.
Do you know why there's not more positive lives, mate? It's because if people are on here for financial benefit and numbers and stuff like that, doesn't get it, unfortunately. So they'll stick to the drama lives. And
Alex, there is positive lives at 8 p.m. every night, but you're never there.
Oh, ouch!
Oh my God, I've just been burnt.
Ouch!
Yeah, I just come up to say, you were saying about kids these days and that. This morning, obviously, when I was getting ready to go on the school run, I had Sax live on, just in the kitchen while I was doing the packed lunch. And my son came down and he was like, "Why is that man crying?" And I briefly explained, like, who he was, what he does, and what he had done. And then he was just like, "What?" And I said, "This is the thing, Michael." I said, "All these kids these days, you all want to be these like YouTubers or live streamers." I said, "But look at the point it gets you to, and then you come out with outrageous things." And luckily, my son, he does want to be a policeman because he wants to follow in his dad's footsteps. But I could see in his face he was shocked because he was like, "Oh," I said, "This is the bad side of of being a live streamer and stuff. Not only do you come out with some outrageous things, look at this bloke's mental health, because you can't deny he's losing his mind a bit." And I said, "Yeah, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it for a few bob." So I think it's also down to us parents to like sort of explain it ain't the be all and end all being on an online stream.
No.
Is he going to stay confident?
Everything will come out, mate. Everything will come out. Everything that's done in darkness always comes to light in the end, and this is just the start of it, unfortunately.
You know what I will say though, and it's not going to go down very well.
Go on.
EQ, I ain't got a problem with EQ. I think that what she says, I know what she said to Luke was wrong, but there should be a lot more people that just say what the hell they're thinking.
That's the case to a certain degree, mate.
Yeah, like I said, I don't agree with what she said.
Yeah, I know you don't, mate.
But when you argue with someone, you don't go, "Yo, listen, you got nice trainers." You slag people off and you get mad, and you know what I mean. Yeah,
there's got to always be a limit, though. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, unfortunately, in the real world, that would be the case. But you're on a platform, and you kind of looked as a role model, unfortunately, on this app to a lot of people, and people look up to EQ as a role model, believe it or not. So when she's doing all these outlandish, crazy things, they might think it. You don't know the headspace they're in, so they might find it acceptable to start saying them things. You know what I mean? Saying that, "Oh, if EQ does it and she thinks it's normal, and she don't get pulled up on it, then I'm gonna do it." Or someone might say, "I want to be like EQ. I want a platform like EQ, so I'm going to start saying them things to be like EQ." You know,
let me throw a curveball into the situation. And again, this isn't me defending anybody. It's just me asking people's opinions. Do you think EQ's persona that she gives out is in like a retaliation form of what she's been treated as through the past? And that goes for any creator, how they present themselves on social media and the way they converse with people. Is that them projecting how they've been treated? Again, that's just me not sticking up for people. That's just me asking a question.
It's all bad. The thing is, for me, it's all bad timing. Because I literally stated the other day that I'd rather now from what I've witnessed, I'd rather watch EQ than watch Angie. And all of a sudden, then EQ's done this, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, man. You know what I mean? It's just fucking always happens. It's mad. What? It's wild. I mean, I'm not saying I did watch EQ, but I'm saying I'd rather watch her than Angie. But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I says, what she said to Luke isn't, I don't agree with. But certain things she does say that people haven't got the bollocks to say. You know what I mean?
That's why she gets.
I just think that she's all right.
That's why she gets the love that she does, because there is a lot of people on the app that are like, you know what, people should be saying what they say off the app on the app. But you still. How
many times have I said to you, Alex, yo, you need to let loose here. You need to say something back. But obviously, you're your own person and you deal with it how you deal with it, because I know you in real life.
Yeah,
and I know you're not going to be sitting here and all polite. So what I'm saying is sometimes people need to say something.
For me to be totally honest with you, it's come to the state you become social media trained. I think Cam will tell you that anyone that's been on a platform for so long, you become social media trained. Mate, the thing is, you're building your platform now. I'll guarantee you now, in about a few months, you look back at the way you used to talk and you think you've got to train yourself to be so for social media, because you don't want to cause offence.
Alex, you know me, but I'm very polite on my platform. I'm not the person I am in real life on mine. I'm trying to be cool. You know what I mean? Certain things I want to lose my shit at, but I don't want to be that person on here.
Again, I'm going to use somebody in the comments as an example, Loza. She knows me from another platform, and she'll quite openly tell you, and I'm one of the first people to admit I was an absolute vile cunt on the other platform. If anybody come at me, I clapped back. Sometimes worse than EQ could ever clap back. You know, it's no excuse, don't get me wrong. You sit and realise after so long, hold on a minute, I'm doing this to provoke a reaction. And that reaction is in retaliation to what you've said. Every reaction provokes a returned reaction. And I used to be the same. And then you wake up to the fact, hold on a minute, I'm being an absolute cunt. Treat these people with kindness. You'll see me now on here. I treat people like where I'm so nice to them. You could sit there and think, fucking hell, I'm going to vomit in a minute. But that's just the way I've become. And it's like Alex said, you train yourself through social media platforms on how to present yourself.
Yeah. You more you're around Frankie, mate, the more you build your platform, the more you'll see.
Yeah, but you're missing what I'm saying. So in real life, there's certain people that will get the nice side of me, then there's certain people that won't. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need to tell people. That's the thing I'm saying. I'm not saying what she said was right. I'm just saying, like, I don't know how to put it, man. It's just like certain people do need to be told.
Some people will filter around the way they word things. Other people will just be completely transparent and say it how it is, irrespective of how it offends, how people are going to get upset from it. It's just their makeup. It's how they are. If they want to say something, they will say it. I totally get where you're coming from and what you're saying.
I just think, to be honest with you, the app's got to change, and it's got to change now if it's going to change, and it won't. No, I'm saying it because, you know what I mean, I want it to, but honestly, it never will. Let's be honest. This whole app now is built off negativity, controversy, people wanting to play judge and jury on people's lives on the app. You know what I mean? That's all it's become now, unfortunately.
It's like Amy's just said there. Sorry to use your comment, Amy, but it's all. But then also, you should be you shouldn't be completely fake. It's getting the right balance. Exactly. It's some people don't know how to take other people's clarity on how they are. Some people will say things without taking people's feelings into consideration. Other people will say it as it comes, kind of thing. So again, it's like Amy said, it's finding that right balance to present yourself how you want to be perceived and judged and things like that.
Yeah, but Cam, I spoke to you as well. The reason I try not to get involved in any drama is because the way I've been brought up and the way I live, if you know me off the app, you'll understand. I can't have a row over an app and just crack on with my day. It will just do my nothing. So if we've got a problem, I've always been like, yo, let's sort it now then. I ain't going to be like, oh, okay, you've triggered me, and I'll just rather not get involved in it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's the best way
It will just do my own editing in my own house, and I'll just be like, what can I do about this now? It's done my editing, like, I just want to... So you can't even say the words you want to say on there, because you end up getting... I don't know, the app's mad. Until you become a big creator, then you can say them things without getting bananaed, but... I know what I'm saying anyway.
Yeah,
mate, we know what you mean.
I totally understand where you're coming from with and what you're trying to put across, mate. I really do.
You're not alone in it, mate, either. You're not alone in it at all. The thing is, there should be a lot more support out there for the smaller guys, you know what I mean, putting their point across. And EQ Mink said, I'm waiting for Alex to clap back with no F's given. The day will one day come. And it will be definitely a male creator, I'm going to tell you for a fucking fact. You know what I mean? It'll come. I mean, it's been close, though, EQ Minx. I'm going to be honest with you. It's been very close with a few people that I've literally... Like, I spoke to Frankie about it. Like, I've been contemplating just going to the people's areas and stuff and just... You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest with you. And, like, violence isn't the way to deal with things. However...
But sometimes some people do need a slap, bro.
I am human as well, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm human. And I do feel that when people are constantly going at me, my way has always been in the real world because, yeah, okay, I pretty much, I come on here and I gossip, speak to people, and because I like to talk, right? But off the app, none of this shit that's gone on the app would ever would happen. You know what I mean? It would never happen.
You'll find, especially with the FYP shows and things like that, they can and they do tend to be controversial because you're republicising a situation, you're playing the footage, and people's opinions are gonna vary. People's opinions are gonna not be the same as others, so it's gonna cause a debate. It's gonna cause a debate in boxes. It's gonna cause a debate in your comments and things like that. That's one downside, and that's one thing I would never do as an FYP because I don't think me as an individual and how I used to be would be able to run an FYP show without clapping back and losing my shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Alex handles it well. He does it well because he can. How can I say it, man? He can take the shit. Like, he just takes it like, yeah. I'm not saying sometimes he doesn't deserve it, and sometimes he has said things that he does deserve a bit of shit, but he just takes it. Like, I'm not saying he's a mug, but I'm saying he knows how to take it. I can't. Yeah. Like, in my day-to-day life, I argue all the time because I'm not one to keep my mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? So, like, regarding an FYP, there's no way in the world I could do one because, like, having an argument with one person and having an argument with 200 to 5,000 people is a whole different ballgame.
I've tried to keep it kind of fair. I've even said that even if, like, here's an example. The other day, I played a video of Zach, and I totally agreed with everything he said on that video. You know what I mean? I've tried to keep it 100% fair. If I see something that I like, even if it's someone I don't agree with, I will still play it because I've been tagged in it. I have respect for the people that have tagged me in it, and I will give my honest opinion. And my honest opinion was, the other day when he was talking about Alpha Bar and stuff like that, I totally agreed on everything he said. You know what I mean? However, I've tried to keep this FYP very much balanced.
It's my digger chair, Stacey. Who's squeezing a chicken, she said.
Stacey's his hips. Don't listen to him, it's his hips.
What the fuck, man? Who's squeezing a chicken?
Justice for the
Stop
chickens.
it, Stacey. Stop. What the fuck, man? That got me. Fuck me.
But that's the thing with this app, and it's something that I've always said. For every reaction, you're going to gain a reaction back. And this is what people don't understand on here, is when someone claps at somebody, please be assured that these people, it's social media. If you've been around social media for years, like some of us have, you're going to realise for every reactive comment that you make, somebody at some point is going to clap back and call you out on your comment. And it's just the way the social media platforms work. It's always been like that. It's down to the individual how they handle it and how they respond to it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's what defines a person. That's what mistakes happen in life, unfortunately. Even the real work, the mistakes of people like fucking wow shocks a lot of people. However, it's how you come back from it, or how you respond, and how you take accountability from these mistakes. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing any of that today.
And if I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think you're going to see it for a number of days, possibly even into the back end of next week, because it's just going to be a rolling motion, like a domino effect of he said this, she said that, he's done this, he's done that. And it's going to pull numbers in, it's going to be a discussion board, it's going to pull the gifts in. Everyone is going to financially capitalise on the behaviours of other people over the past 24, 48 hours.
You know, it's
but surely being... Go on, Alex.
No, carry on, pal.
Surely being TikTok, doesn't this shit have to happen? Because if nothing happened, then you log on to your phone, you open your app, and nothing's going on. Like,
I'm going to be honest with you. For me, after today, like whenever I won't be highlighting it again. Like I said, this is an FYP. I'm not using my platform as a weapon. That's what a lot of platforms are, unfortunately, on the app. There's a lot of evening platforms that are used. I'm not talking about EQ before people start fucking going to me. There's a lot of evening platforms that do similar sort of FYPs and stuff that are used as weapons. The platforms, they call it FYP shows, but they'll bring up their personal beefs and use it as weapons, and I'm not going to do that. So after today, for me, it's been out there, it's been made, and that's for me done.
Yeah, but you say that though, Alex, but after this live, there's going to be someone that said something about you, and you're going to have to come back.
But that'd be a totally different story though, won't it? That'd be a different thing. That'd be a different video. But like I said, the video and the stuff that happened last night, for me, as a if I want to do the FYP fairly and keep it FYP, not use it as a weapon, for me, there'll be another situation that's mentioned. If it's FYP related and there's people talking about it and I get tagged in it, I'm going to have to play it, unfortunately. But for what Zach did yesterday, for me, the stuff that he said are going to offend the people that have gone through the disability community, who are like obviously disabled, and the black community. It's that for them to speak on. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've done my initial awareness of what's happened being FYP. Anything else should be on them lot to ridicule him, have a go at him and stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm going to have one last comment before I jump down because I've got to go out. And again, this may not be a popular comment, but I'm going to say it. Gone are the days where the UK was in full lockdown and TikTok was all about singing and dancing and old men walking around the gardens in a nursing home raising millions of pounds for the National Health Service. Bring back them fucking days of TikTok is all I can say. And on that point, I'm going to jump down because I know that's going to cause controversy.
Cam, before you go, that man walking around the garden, didn't his family rob all the money?
Exactly.
The Observer, providing you with the latest TikTok drama from across the UK.